Hello, everybody. Hello, Julie. Hello, Miss Sharon. How are you guys doing tonight? I could see Julie's comment before I got in here and I was chuckling. It says, I'm waiting for you. I'm glad you're here, Julie. We're just going to chat a little bit and give people time enough to come in. I always like to get on here early because I'm not always for sure how to run this and I want to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So, anyway, we're going to have a little fun tonight. I've got some Valentine's trivia that I'm going to ask you guys. Hello, Missy Lou. How are you doing? I thought it would be a fun thing for us to kind of answer some questions, give us a little something extra to chat about. Hello, Julie, Miss Sharon. You guys were early to the party, and I'm glad. I thought I was going to come in here and it was just going to be me, so it always makes me happy to see somebody waiting. But I've got some beautiful candies. They're rustic candies, but they're beautiful, and I'm positioned. I really went all out to decorate. I'm going to wait because I want everybody who's going to get on and be with us. Well, thank you very much. Most of the time, whenever I do my cooking videos, it's after a long day of work, and I look like somebody done ran me over with a bulldozer. Hi, Carrie. I told my husband, I said, I hadn't seen Carrie. I said, I hope she hadn't froze to death up there in the negative 42. Carrie's on here. Hi, Nita. How are you doing? So glad to have all of you guys come and hang out with me. We're just going to have us a little Valentine's party. We sure are. Well, thank you. That's what I was just telling everybody. I had a little time. I had a snow day today, and we didn't have to go to work because we had ice, and so our parking lot's like a skating rink. We didn't want anybody to fall down, so I had a little extra time to work on my appearance. Because the last couple of videos, I've been a little bit horrified. I looked like somebody had ran me over with a dump truck. I just was tired. I don't know. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but I have been extra sleepy. My little girl's been extra sleepy. You're nearly frozen, but not completely. Well, thank you. I'm glad you didn't freeze to death, Carrie. So we are at 7:30 now. We have 9 viewers, and so I'm going to turn the camera off of me because I actually prepared something for you guys. 48. I don't know if you guys know this, but she lives in Canada, and we're complaining because we're having a high. Our high is going to be 16 tomorrow. That's pretty cold for us in the South. Well, I have an announcement. we had we had an ice storm come through, but it was supposed to hit us, but it stayed to the south. So we just got a little bit of ice, a little bit of sleet, but it did make our side roads and our parking lots. And but Sunday night we got a snowstorm coming in, a snowstorm, and then we're gonna get another one on Wednesday. So be careful what you pray for because I've been praying for some snow, and my goodness, back to back, that don't happen to us here in Arkansas. We don't get all of that. Oh, thanks, Miss Anita. You just biased because I did kind of look kind of rough, but sometimes it's after I film those even after they go to sleep at night, a lot of times. So 3 great nieces and your great nephew. Wow, wow. You've been busy. You've been busy. Last weekend we had our little grandbabies over. I like this one too, and and I have to say it wears me out when they're here. And I'm not wishing for them to go home, but I'm really tired sometimes. But I tell you, when they go home, I miss them. I miss them. I'm like, this house is just too quiet. The youngest niece with the puppy. Well, it wouldn't be a full party if it wasn't a puppy. You got to have a puppy, then you got a full house. All righty, I'm going to turn the camera. I got 11 people on with me, and I want you guys to see my little thing here. So I'm going to kind of slide the computer this way so you guys can kind of see. See, I got all kind of romantical. We'll push that out just a little bit so you guys can see. I'm all kind of romantical. I got all my candies displayed for you guys tonight. Golden Doodle Poodle. Golden Doodle. I've been wanting I want a puppy. Our Lacey, she's our only dog right now. And I don't know how she would do with another because she's a rescue. But well, thank you, Miss Pam. How are you doing? Good to have you. So this is all of my display. This is what I've been making the last couple of days with you guys. And that's why I had to do a lot of speed motion because it was a 55-minute video when I finally went into editing. Well, I didn't want you guys to watch an hour video. You would have gave up on me about 20 minutes into it. But I'm going to show you. And look at here, Carrie. I've got an enamel plate that I'm displaying it in. I thought of you when I did this. Thank you, Miss Anita. These are you. Did anybody make the 2-ingredient strawberry fudge that I made back at Christmas? Well, when I made that, I thought this is the most delicious fudge that we could put inside of a rolled chocolate. So that's what I did. Right here, these are, and see, they look like top hats because, like I said, I'm all about making rustic candy. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm making candy sometimes, so I'm just throwing stuff on there. But it's still beautiful. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. And that is that 2-ingredient strawberry fudge just dipped in white chocolate. Hello, Miss Martha. Thank you. Thank you. And then this is, I just used that silicone mold I showed you guys, and this is the fudge. I actually just put it in there and let it set. And see the little rosette? And I've got hearts in here, and I've got all kinds of, I'm all romantical tonight. Romantic. I got a candle lit for you guys. You did make it, Miss Sharon, and it's good. And I was planning on making some orange too, but I'm kind of glad I couldn't find the orange icing. Matter of fact, Walmart, I went to 2 or 3 different stores. I could not find, it took me a while to find the strawberry frosting. You know how things are right now in the grocery store. Sometimes you can find it and sometimes you can't. But anyway, there we go. I love the enamel ware too, Carrie. I've got about 7 pieces and I call myself a collector. But that stuff's expensive. It's expensive. The old enamelware. Now, this is a new piece that I got. I want to bring this up so you guys can see. And what I did with this is I just put them in little cupcake wrappers, and I've got all my different stuff. I've got just my solid white hearts there. And these are my little girl's favorites. She loves these. They're just the chocolates, and I just put sprinkles down when I did the molds. And so they have like little edible diamonds. And so these have just some color in them. You see the little ridges? So I got this. I don't know if you guys have Hobby Lobby, Carrie, but I got this at Hobby Lobby. And it's an enamel cake plate with a wood bottom. It's one of my Christmas presents for my husband. So I did that. And then over here are all of my cakes. Cakes. I wish it was cake. But all of my little things that I made that have filling in them. And then I put some, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's pearls on top of there. And then I got some that's got hearts on there, and the chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, milk chocolate. Thank you so much, Miss Pam. Hi, Miss Mary. I love Hobby Lobby too. Cherry frosting would be awesome. Orange frosting may be seasonal. You may be right. But cherry frosting would be delicious. 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 I'm all romantical here. So I'm going to turn you guys back just around just a little bit. Am I making you? Here you go, Miss Mary. I wish I could pass this through and we could have an actual Valentine's party with all of you guys. That would be the most wonderful thing. Just have a girls' Valentine party just because we love each other, and it would be fun. So, but these right here are, I know that they look like top hats or mountains. But these are so good. These are my favorite thing that I made was the strawberry 2-ingredient fudge dipped in white chocolate. It was good. It was so good. So, is everybody up for playing maybe a little bit of Valentine's trivia? Carrie's drooling. Don't drill too much, Carrie. It'll freeze. And then you'll be in trouble. She's at negative 42 degrees up there. Yes. My husband, because of course they've seen the candy and they've sampled it, and we're going to make some boxes. I forgot to show you guys this. This is something I picked up for $2.98 at Walmart. Just a little metal box, and that's something you can reuse later, uh, use over and over. Now this one's special because we have almost been married for 15 years, and I believe this was the first Valentine's box that my husband got me. So it's 15 years old. No, it's 14 because we were married. We were married, so it was 14. So, and it's I just love it. It has a little butterfly on the side, and it was open like this, and it had all kinds of goodies in it. He did good. My husband's always that does good for Thanksgiving, for Valentine's Day, and but I just wanted to show you guys that one tonight, and it's soft. And the sweetest little thing is when I open this, I have it as a memory box for my little girl. Was a pair of her little Crocs that she wore when she was a baby, and they were about that big. I told my husband, I said, "Are you ready to cry?" Because it was so sweet. But anyway, we're going to build us that in a minute. But these are the sprinkles that I got. I wanted to show you, and I can use these for all kinds of stuff, not just for Valentine's. I actually say I got these. I sent my husband to the store for just one thing of sprinkles, and this is what he brought. Oh, he did good because I didn't have to buy them for doing Valentine's with you guys. I want to make sure I've said hi to everybody. Yes, my husband's really good about Valentine's. He really is. He's romantical. He can be romantical. Now he would be mad for me to say he would want his masculine friends and buddies to know, but he is a very romantical husband. Very sweet. So let's play some trivia. He did do wonderful. So, all righty. So because everybody's not married, everybody doesn't have a significant other. You might just be in love with Jesus, and that's good. Or you just might be have you a puppy, or you know, I'll be your Valentine's. So, how many cards are sent on Valentine's Day each year? Is it 500 million, 1 billion, 2 billion, or 10 billion cards? What do you guys think? Some sprinkles are hard to find. I missed something. I missed something. Mm-mm. Hold on. Something jumped in front of my screen. I couldn't see you guys. I had to figure out what I was doing. Okay. You think 10 billion? Let's see. The Green Card Association estimates that approximately 1 billion Valentine cards are sent worldwide. So it's one. Whenever I guessed, I thought it was more too. I thought it was way up there, but it was only 1 million. I didn't give everybody time. 500 million unless you count cards online. That's true. Let's see. Did anybody get it? Nope. We all overestimated. See, we're all alike. We all think alike because I thought I kind of did like this and kind of looked at them and answered them myself. What percentage of flower purchased? What percentage of flower purchases on Valentine's Day are red? Is the answer 69%, 76%, 83%, or 94%? And I haven't looked at the answer. Oh, did Sharon get it? Let me see. She did. She did. See, I'm delayed on your answers so that they don't go so fast by. So sometimes I don't see them. So I've got to remember to wait just a minute and give you guys time to answer. So let's see. People are starting to answer 83%, 83%, 76. Let me see. Has everybody answered? I want to make sure. Carrie says 83. Sharon K says 94. Anita says 60% something. Okay. It was 69, but I know what you was talking about, Anita. We'll be all right. Same way, I'm like 60 something. Okay. The answer is 69% are red. So you got it, Miss Anita. You did good. And it says 6% are pink, 6% are peach or salmon, 5% are yellow, 4% are white, 7% are mixed, and 4% are other. I've always gotten red roses on Valentine's Day. I don't think I've ever gotten any other color. Yeah, I'm surprised too that it's not higher because I mean, yeah. But now if you notice, a lot of my stuff is pink just because I didn't want to put a whole bunch of red dye and stuff. I didn't want that happening to people. Let me tell you, so I'm not going to go in detail, but my husband had his 50th birthday. You're horrible at test care. I don't. I always did good, like homework and stuff, but when it came to a test, I always had problems because my mind just shuts down, or I come up with something totally different. But if I could make good grades on the homework and the turn-in stuff and all of that stuff, usually the test didn't drag me down too far. But my husband, he turned 50, and we bought him a birthday cake that had black icing, and that black icing was horrible. It was horrible. It stained our mouth, our teeth, our lips, our fingers. It stained the clothes that we had. It stained everything. Needless to say, without going into too far detail, my father-in-law, a couple of days later, because he had ate a large amount of cake, told my sister-in-law that he needed to go to the hospital because he thought he was dying. We won't we won't go into detail why he thought he was dying. He had went to the bathroom and things didn't look like they were supposed to because that black dye was horrible. And I promised myself that I would never do a really bright dyed red anything or black because my teeth, my lips, my tongue, I look like a chow dog. We all look like chow dogs for a day or so. It was really bad. And we professionally ordered that cake, but it got us. So let's see. I'm missing some. Didn't have to say time to study. My mom made her own Valentine's Day cards. The toilet bowl. I'm reading y'all's responses. For Christmas, she would make 200 cards using her Big Shot die cutting machine. Wow. I'm just not that crafty. Now, my cousin that's in here, Missy Lou, are you still in here? Missy Lou, she is the crafter in the family. She makes books and book covers, and she crochets. She does all kinds of things, and she's a painter. I have painted a little bit, but I'm just not. I don't know. I can't sit still long enough to do that stuff. So, but that's awesome because something about doing something homemade like candies and stuff like that is much nicer than going to the store and buying them. But if you don't got time, you can go to the store and buy a whole lot of stuff, unwrap it, stick it in a box, say Happy Valentine's Day. They will never know the difference. So, and I was talking to somebody today. Somebody left me a comment, and I was talking about, yeah, you don't have to. I don't know which one of you guys it was, but you don't have to spend a lot of money. I didn't spend a lot of money. I think I spent like $1.80 something a piece for the dark chocolate, the milk chocolate, and the white chocolate. And then this was just a thing of ice and then some white chocolate chips to make and then some marshmallow cream. These right here are my daughter's favorite. They have marshmallow cream inside of them. Let's ask another question. Making Miss Mary remembers making Valentine boxes in grade school. We couldn't wait to see how many boys sent us cards. Puppy love. I always felt so awkward about doing cards, and whenever we would do cards, some of them would say, "Will you be my Valentine's? Will you be my friend?" I always made sure that I sent the girls the lovey dovey cards, and the boys got the friend cards. I was such a tomboy. I was just like, I didn't want one of them to think that I liked them because boys were stinky and had cooties. Strawberry pie. Mm-hmm. You have A bachelor's degree in fine art, and you make jewelry. I have seen your jewelry, Miss Sharon. I went to your page and looked at some of your jewelry. I did. I went and looked. You have beautiful stuff. So I can't make nothing. So I can make a mess. Does that count? I got some paparazzi jewelry. There for a while, I had 3 or 4 people that were on my friends list on Facebook that were selling that, and I got my jewelry box off. I don't have any earrings on tonight. I don't wear them if you can't see them. I got my hair pulled up off. I wear some. I love paparazzi. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. I guess Missy Lou left me because she hasn't answered my question. What do X's and O's and the XO stand for? And for you that follow Miss Lori, that's her favorite way to tell you she loves you. She does XO, XO, XO. Hello there, how are you doing? Good to have you. I'm going to say Nebo Allen, if I'm saying that right. Welcome. Hugs and kisses. Does the X stand for, what does the X stand for though? Is it the kisses part or is it the hugs part? And then vice versa on the other one? Because somebody might give you a whole bunch of X's and you need to know if they're kissing you or hugging you. I'm trying to help you people out. I'm just telling you. If somebody's giving you lots of kisses and you married, then you know that you need to tell them, no kisses, please. That's right. Let's see. So X's equals, there we go. Now you guys. Equals, okay. I'll tell you whenever everybody chimes in. Kisses are for the X's. Okay. That's what Miss Sharon says. I'm not saying that that's the answer yet. Okay. I think everybody's answered. I got everybody in there except for Carrie. Carrie hasn't answered yet. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go ahead because I'm delayed. I want to make sure you guys are getting time to answer. O's are for hugs. The answer is X's are for kisses and the O's are for hugs. So if somebody gives you a whole bunch of X's, they are kissing you, kissing you, kissing you. So, but if they just say X's, no, they're just giving you a kiss and a hug, and you're okay. You ain't causing no problems. Okay. Alrighty. How many United States have a city named Valentine? Is it 3, 4, 5, or 7? And I have no idea. Oh, well, thank you. That makes me feel good. That's okay, Nebo. I got you all hooked up now. I got you hooked up. Now you know what X's and O's mean. We're learning something. We might just be playing a silly game, but we are learning something. Carrie says she has no idea she's in Canada. She don't know what hey, I live in the United States and I don't know how many it is. Oh, sorry, Julie. The question was, how many U.S. states have the city Valentine in them? Is it 3, 4, 5, or 7? Well, we know it ain't 6 because they hopped over 6. So, and I don't know the answer, so we're gonna find out together. Okay, Miss Sharon says it's 5. Did you get it, Anita, or did you need me to reread it again? I'll read it anyway while you guys are answering. How many United U.S. states have the city named Valentine? Is it 3, 4, 5, or 7? Okay, Julie says 7, Anita says 5. Homeschool Matter says 4. Miss Mary says 4, and Miss Sharon says 5. Let's see. And Carrie said no idea. I like Carrie's answer. I don't got no idea either. I live in the United States. The answer, oh, Nebo says 3. I'm glad. Miss Sharon says she's just guessing. The answer's right here in front of me, but I'm not looking at them. They're down lower, so I have to scroll up to see them. Okay, it's 4. Valentine's, Arizona, Valentine's, Nebraska, Valentine's, Texas, Valentine's, Virginia. I only knew about Valentine's, Texas. The rest of them, I had no idea. I had no idea. So it is 4. So who got that right? Miss Mary and Miss Homeschooler got that right. So I, I wouldn't know. I was going to say 1, but they didn't give the option of one, one because I only knew of the one. So, but that was the end of the questions. But I have some other things. What? Let me ask you guys: is most everybody in here married? That's in here this evening? And if you are, what are your plans for Valentine's? Grammy's going to be nosy. Are you going to have a romantic night? Are you just going to stay in and order pizza and watch a movie? You knew none, Nebo? I just knew Texas. That's the only one I knew. Your name is Nan? Okay, Nan. I call you homeschooler. Nan. Okay. Now I know that you're Nan. Nan and Nay. Miss Anita is doing nothing. Carrie, if you didn't stay in, I would be worried about you. You're gonna need some sled dogs to get out. You're gonna have to go through the drive-through at McDonald's with some sled dogs. You know what? I think after a certain age, it's we are going out because we have to get some groceries in this house. So my Valentine's Day is going to be going to get groceries because Sunday's supposed to snow here, and so we're going to get some groceries. And I think I'm going to get to go out to eat at a place that I of my choosing. So that's kind of nice. But normally I'm just happy to you know just be in the house, have a movie, rent a movie, and that's just be in because whenever you go out of the house and you work and Miss Sharon says she's single. Well, Miss Sharon, let me tell you something. Sometimes that's a blessing in itself. Just let me tell you. I always say I love this one and I'm gonna keep him for the rest of his life or my life. But after that, if I'm the one left behind and he's gone on to heaven, I'm just gonna love Jesus because then I won't have to clean out the bathroom sink every day. I'll probably miss it though. I'm just playing. It's simple things. So let's see. Yes, I'm married. My husband is working, so we're celebrating on my chocolate discount day on the 5th. Hey, hey, that's frugal. That is using your brain. That's what me and my husband have decided to do. That we're gonna have for Christmas. We're just gonna give each other money, and the day after Christmas, we're gonna go shopping and hit the sales. And that way we can enjoy our grandbabies and our children open their gifts, and we're not trying to open up gifts and miss everything. It's the That's how I got that. I got that at Hobby Lobby on a cake plate over there. It was wonderful. Well, thank you, Miss Nan. I appreciate it. I want to do some more. I want to do some more videos where I'm doing make you a video every night and put it up, but it has to be something quick and easy. So I'm trying to, and I want to do something different besides cooking. I thought maybe we might do some craft and something, but I don't know. I don't know what to craft. I mean, I could do flower arrangements a little bit, so I thought maybe we might build a flower arrangement. Talk about building flower arrangements. I'm also going to be putting in some seed for the cold weather stuff, but I've got to get my stuff bought for that. Let's see. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm all about going to Walmart the day after a holiday. I am. That's the truth. Miss Mary, I have cross stitch and I have needlepoint. I have done embroidery. I had a grandmother that was really into all of that. Matter of fact, one of the things I'm real proud of is I had a pair of jeans one time I got my grandma's embroidery box and embroidered my name all the way down the side of my pants. Renee, down the side of it. I was kind of cool. I thought I was anyway. But yes, I would love to needlepoint. Um, to that would be something that would be awesome. If I could find like a kit that we could all do and then work together, because I would love to see you guys feed back to me what you guys are doing too. I'm going to do some garden videos. I don't know. Carrie, have you seen me work with my little cultivator? Did you see that video? Let me see. I'm going to start them in the house right now. Start some seed in the house. Paydays are coming, and I'm going to go out and buy my trays and my seed. I've got my seed. I mean my little seed cut things where I can do it. Yeah, a kit would be a great idea if we could figure out. I know Carrie has Walmart. Carrie, do you have Walmart? Well, Carrie, you need to go back and watch one of my very first videos I put up when I'm out there working that cultivator. I didn't have it going 3 minutes, and I hooked that thing up in a fence. So y'all got to go see that one. And my husband had to come and cut the fence, fix the fence, and take the cultivator out. It's if it hits a rock, it pops it up. And I mean, let me tell you something. I did a wheelie with that thing. I popped it up and stuck it right into a fence. And and my husband had just told me, don't don't get that hooked in the fence. And I said, I know what I'm doing. You can't hear what I'm saying because I got music playing. And I said, I know what I'm doing. He turns around, walks off, and I hook it up in that fence. I have a good husband. He just went and got his little nips and cut it out of there, got me back going, and so. But that's my kitchen garden. I started it last year, kind of working with it. Put a metal bed down. I'm going to have some. Um, I want to have the herbs, that I can take and hang and dry. So, sounds. I told you I have a great group of people. Whenever we get on here and we're talking, we have a great group of people. I just love everybody. I was hoping that maybe Miss Lori was around tonight, would hop on here with us, but she's still they're still recuperating a little bit. I think she might be in bed. It's 8 o'clock. She says she goes to bed at 7:45. Julie is embroidering a card quilt right now. Ooh, see, that's the one thing that I wish I could see you guys too, because like a Zoom meeting where I could click on yours, and then Julie could show us what she's working on, and I could see you guys' face and you guys could see mine. That's the one thing that we're missing with these live streams. So her self-improvement project is quilting. Somewhere in this house in a box. I have a baby quilt that I made for Megan. And I make quilt tops. Now the quilting part of them is a whole different thing. I can make quilt tops all day long, and I'm really good at making artful quilt tops. I've made the boy and the girl with the bonnet, and I've done some of those. And I'm not going to say I can do like mountain ranges like you see with some people do quilting, where it's just a complete masterpiece. But as far as some of the technical, I know how to cut them out, put them together. But when it comes to the quilting part, I'm bunchy. I bunch it up. So it's something that I really want to do as I get older. I want to make each one of my children a quilt and my grandchildren a quilt. A virtual block party. That would be awesome. Miss Sharon, she's made 2 bubble quilts. Let's see. I'd love for us to do stuff like that together. That would be an awesome thing. Carrie, do you like to quilt? Carrie can't sew to save her life. She just answered me. Well, then Carrie, you can learn. You can learn. As cold as it is up there, girl, you need to know how to make some cover. You need to know how to make something. You can make your dogs quilted vested. You can do all kinds of stuff. We got to keep you warm, Carrie. We got to take care of you. -42. quilting foot. See, I'm lost. I didn't know there was a different foot for the sewing machine for quilting. I knew that there's a different needle and a needle. Is the oh you're talking about the never mind. Blonde moment. I was thinking about the pedal on the floor. Yes, I know about the different foot. I remember. See, you guys just get to type stuff. I have to sit here and talk, and sometimes I have some really bad blonde moments. Yeah, if you like doing that, to me it's relaxed. And I've told my husband that I want to pick some needle point sometimes when I'm sitting there, because sometimes let's just be honest. If you have a husband, sometimes they watching some stuff on TV you don't care about. My husband's gotten into this Hollywood grave stuff on YouTube, and you can only see so many graves. They all look alike. I mean, sometimes it's some good history on there, but I mean about the famous person who passed away. But I like some. So I'm gonna I'm going to show you how to put one of these together, and basically I'm just gonna put some cups in it. It ain't gonna be nothing fancy, but just so we can kind of see how it fits together, we're gonna put one of them and some little stuff like this. And I might let my husband have some of this later. Maybe not. Maybe just for myself. But I just go around collecting different ones. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's why I like to do the little variety. So it's awful pretty. I just have to show you these. I just love that mold. Look how beautiful. Let me turn it where you can see it. That's a white rose. See, just put it in there. Then we're gonna just loosely put some of these in there. Yep. And there we go. I promised that we'd build a box. We built a box. So and then I put my lid on there. Also, I have some of these little baggies that are Valentine's, so I could hand out to like people that I work with, or sometimes I go to like some of my elderly people. Sometimes I have some little friends. I have a little friend named Miss Elaine, and she weighs a buck 50. No, she don't weigh a buck 50. She maybe weigh $1.10. I had to think about what a buck 50 meant. But anyway, she's really little, and so it's my job to fatten her up. I fatten her up all the time. She's like, "Are you trying to fatten me up?" And I'm like, "Guilty, guilty. That's what I'm doing." That's the one thing about what my husband said. He said that he feels like in the future that we won't have as much school as we do now, because if there's anything you need to learn how to do, you can Google it, and usually YouTube has a video for it. I have done I have done some things that I never thought I could do before. I did some things to a toilet that I never thought I could do before, but I Googled it and I followed the instructions and was able to fix it. So you can find anything: sewing, cooking. There's some things on YouTube don't need to be on there, but you can find pretty much anything. So I hope I'm not missing a comment that somebody in here. Yeah, Miss Julie lives on a farm. Let's see. Miss Julie lives on a farm, and her husband has a room in the barn. She's told me this before, and that's his man cave. He goes out there and plays poker. I remember things. Well, I just want to tell you, I think we just had a bot in here, not unless somebody's name digital, whatever that word is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can, so I'm going to get rid of that. Did you fix your dryer from YouTube? It is amazing what you can do through YouTube. We women are really able to do anything through YouTube. My husband was fixing something one day, and he said we need to watch a YouTube video, and we did, and we were able to fix it. Now I will tell you that there is something that we did. We thought we was going to be good and take the toilet off and put a new wax ring on it and do all this stuff. Uh, YouTube didn't help us with that. We ended up having to call a plumber, and he finished helping us get that finished because we could not get the bolts to go back through the commode. We just could not get it to do like it was supposed to and get it set straight. Let me tell you something. I need new windows. My house is a 1940 something year old house and it's original windows in it. And I'd like to get the newer windows. They almost had me convinced I could change out a window. Almost. Oh, well, thank you, Nebo Allen, for suggesting me getting a thumbs up. I appreciate that. I'm telling you. And these kids are so much more. Her 14-year-old daughter. These kids are so much smarter. My daughter can figure out stuff if we need to know anything. It's kind of sad. We go to the 13-year-old. We're like, hey, do you know anything about this? And she's like, she fixes it for us. This is a YouTube video for anything, and that's the truth. Did you have an element out, Carrie, on your jar? Let's see if I'm trying to think what I fixed. It was something that we looked up and we fixed. Oh, I know what it was. Our washing machine barely had water coming through, just like a drizzle. So we looked it up and found out that there's filters on the water things inside the washer part of it. So we unhooked everything, pulled it out. Sure enough, those little things were clogged up. We took and washed them, and it was one of them that my husband didn't like the looks of it. So he went to the hardware store, got a couple of new ones, and popped them in there. And my goodness, instead of it taking an hour and 30 minutes to fill up a washing machine, I had a washing machine fill up in 3 minutes. It was like a miracle. I was thanking Jesus. I was saying, Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, because I'm telling you, it would take me 2 days to do my laundry up on the weekend instead of just having my normal 4 loads, 4 or 5 loads. I have 4 loads on Wednesday and 4 loads on Saturday. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, the little filter on the back was a belt replacement. So something that simple, and if I'd called a repair guy out, it would have cost me probably $100. And I think my husband got the repair parts for they were like $5 for two of them. It wasn't very expensive at all. And then what was the funny thing? My daughter started doing it, and I said, "We can fix that." And so we fixed hers too. It's like we're professionals now. We can fix stuff. I have I have heard of these people using Gorilla Glue for hairspray. I've seen something about that. I don't know if it was something that my older daughter shared or something. Gorilla Glue. Sometimes they're smarter and sometimes they just ain't. Hi, Emily. I love you too, honey. How are you doing? That's my little sweet niece. She's going to school to be a nurse. Well, Miss Sharon, how did it turn out? Was it sticky or did it work like hairspray or was it like a horrible mess? I may have to look that up. I may have to look it up. I need a good laugh tonight. Lord knows I do. I love these children, but these sometimes like them gluing their lip together. You know how they take that glue and they put it right here and they glue. Look how I'd look if I did that. I'd just rather have a thin upper lip. You're a disabled retired nurse, Miss Anita. Well, that's wonderful. And your daughter is a nurse too, right? Were you the one that told me that your daughter was a nurse? And your husband and you guys were rock hard after one month. like a like Whenever we were kids, you could get those wigs at Halloween that were plastic, and it was like Spider Man. Not, I mean, Superman's. Her hair was probably like that. It does take a special person. My sister-in-law is a nurse. Emily's mom's a nurse, and Emily's going to be a nurse, and my daughter's going to school to be a nurse. She's got to. She's applying. So, and it took Emily a while. She worked really hard to get in there because it was 3 times, and this time she was an alternate, and we just prayed. We prayed her in, and so a couple of days before school started, they called her and told her she had a place in there, and she started. And then her backpack is like her backpack is heavy. Let me tell you, and she has to carry it everywhere she goes on the campus. I had a couple of aunts, great aunts that were nurses, and they both retired early with back issues, actually. So I can understand that. It's hard on her body. Miss Carrie was a nurse's aide for 13 years and then a paramedic for years before she had to stop. Because you have MS, Miss Carrie? Well, we gonna pray. I'm gonna put you on my prayer list. And she was 40. So let me tell you, jobs are hard on our bodies, and then if we have other things, other issues that come in on our bodies, it makes it even harder. But I applaud anybody that can work in the field where, and I'm just going to say this, and I've talked to my sister-in-law about this. I have a hard time, and this ain't me being, because I do have compassion in the heart, but it takes a special person to listen to somebody's problems all the time. A minister would probably be right up there, a nurse, a doctor, a paramedic, because you're dealing with people that are at their worst every time. You hardly ever get anybody. You don't go in an ambulance and pick somebody up because they're happy and jolly, you know. So that's what I would say. It takes a lot of patience and lots of love in the heart to do it. And an ER nurse, Miss Sharon's middle sister is an ER nurse, and like I said, it takes a lot because I had to lay in a room one time with somebody waiting for surgery, and they had already brought some people. It was like a pre-op, and they bring people in on one side that already had it. And I tell you, I was like, knock me out because I couldn't hardly stand to listen to the people in pain. It was horrible. I mean, I didn't say anything, but I prayed for them. But so, and the nurses had to listen to that all day long. And I asked them, I said, how do you guys do that? And that woman said, I just have a love for it. And I want to tell y'all, we're going to talk about nurses. I'm going to tell you a story. And somebody's talking about, Miss Julie's talking about a book. I've gotten lost out of here. She homeschooled her daughter. Okay. Y'all was having this conversation, and I had to be nosy and see what y'all was talking about. When I had my hysterectomy, and I had it in Memphis, and that's probably about a 150-mile drive for us. And but when I woke up, you're kind of out of it when you wake up. But there was just the sweetest black nurse that was in there, and I never seen her face because I never opened my eyes. I was so out of it. But I guess I was kind of moaning in my sleep, and because I was in pain. And she came over, and I can remember she took my hand and she said, "Oh," and I'm just gonna talk like she talked because she was precious. She said, "Oh, not in my room, girl. We don't hurt you, no, not none of my babies." And she patted my hand and she said, "Where's your button?" And she said, "You don't got no button." So she had to go and give me a shot, and I could hear other people in there. And she was talking to him. She would say, "Oh, baby, it'll be okay. I'm here. I'm here." She just went around and took care of us like we were in a nursery. That's the only way I could describe it. Like we was a whole bunch of babies in the nursery, and that's the way she was talking to us. And when I got out, I called that hospital back and I said, "I don't know her name. I can't tell you what she looks like, but she was our recovery nurse, and she was the best recovery nurse I have ever had." And because you're scared when you come out of surgery, you don't know, you're disoriented, and just her voice, just the way that she took care of us, and And it was just so precious. And so I do remember the guy taking me back to my room. That was the first thing I came to while we were on the elevator. And I said, "You know what I'm happy for?" And he said, "No, young lady, what you happy for?" I said, "I'm happy I'm alive." Because I didn't know. And I was still pretty out of it. But everybody took good care of me. But it takes a special heart to be a nurse. And there are some people who are nurses that do not have the calling for it. Same thing for teachers. I believe everybody has a calling and everybody has a job to do in this world. And sometimes we're doing other people's jobs when we shouldn't be doing it. Because I've had I had lots of teachers and one bad one. And every one of them was called to teach, and wonderful teachers, and one bad one. So, and I pray blessings upon her, and that she's a wonderful. But some people just don't have it, and I don't have the. I'm not a teacher, so I'm a talker. I say when God gave me the gifts, He said, "Girl, you're gonna have the gift of gab. Here you go." So you guys are talking about homeschooling. Miss Nan is talking to Miss Julie about homeschooling. I like that we have multiple conversations in our little group over here. Miss Pam, she said, "I have been a nurse for 33 years and I haven't worked for the past few years due to an autoimmune disease." See, I know a lady who is a teacher who had to take early retirement and it broke her heart, but she had asthma and autoimmune problems also. And it was just too much for her to be around children. She was in the hospital and sick every winter. And she was having to almost live on oxygen. And so she hated it. What she does now, she goes back and she subs during healthy times. And well, I don't. I found out she subbed the other day, and I thought she doesn't need to be subbing right now, not with COVID. But she misses her children. I got lost in that conversation. So Miss Julie, ma'am, they're talking about schooling. So nobody wanted me to homeschool Megan. I could have homeschooled her, but like right now, Megan's doing math that's beyond me. I never I went to community college, but I never went to full college. So so I never took the higher maths. I just have the basic knowledge of math, and I'm happy with that. Math is a foreign language to me. Well, that's because I believe that you two ladies, Miss Pam and Miss Anita, and Carrie also, because Carrie was a paramedic, you had a special heart. I can see you guys being wonderful, doing that wonderfully because y'all got such good hearts. And it's like taking care of. You put your daughter in the school at eighth grade. Mine wouldn't sit down for me. I don't think it's not a discipline because she's a very respectful kid. That's the one thing that we always get. But I did have to work with her in kindergarten and the one thing about being an older parent, and I'm going to say this is when I was in kindergarten, we played with blocks. We learned ABCs and we watched Sesame Street. And we played in what they called centers, where you would one day you'd be mama and you'd be in the kitchen cooking, taking care of the baby. Next day you'd be in this center. Next day you'd be. Well, Megan had to learn how to read before she was out of kindergarten, and I kind of let her get behind because I didn't know what we were supposed to be doing. So finally, we went to the school and I said, "Hey, tell me what I need to be doing." And so it didn't take me long, but I had her knowing everything that she needed to know and reading. And but I almost let her fail kindergarten. Now you imagine if I had her homeschooling and she had a teacher, and we almost because I didn't realize what I was supposed to be doing. Hi, Miss Kathy, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying that. That encourages me because I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job for the Lord. And I have some that aren't Christians, and I try to make sure that I put something that everybody can take away from it, but also I'm going to use my scripture. I was 34, almost 35. almost 35. So, well, I hope you guys have had a wonderful evening with me. I wish I could send everybody a box of chocolates that came on here and talked to me tonight. It was good that you jumped on with us, Miss Kathy. Before we go, I'll show you kind of what we were doing. I made a little chocolate box. If you've watched my videos over the last couple of days, I've been working on, well, I just put one video up, but we've been making candies, and this is all my little candy collection, and for Valentine's. And I'm going to eat this one right here when we get off. This one, this little white chocolate rose is going to be mine. I'm going to put him right back over there for right now. So, my mama was 17 when I was born. My mama had me at 17. She had my brother at 19. And so I was a product of teenage marriage, teenagers. And so my mom did not want me to have children. She prayed for a long time. And so she prayed and she worried that I would have a baby as a teenager. And the Lord didn't give me one till I was 34. And mama could have just relaxed and believed in Jesus because he took care of it. I didn't have one. So, but anyway, you all have a wonderful, blessed Valentine's. I always enjoy when we get together. We need to do this more often because I love it. I love our conversations. Like I said, I wish we could figure out some way to do a Zoom because it's usually my same 15 people that get on here with me. And I've come to love in each and every one of you, and everybody's welcome. But I would love to see Carrie's face. I'd love to see Julie's face. I'd love to see Anita, Nan, Pam, Sharon, Kathy. I don't know if Nebo Allen is still in here, but I'd like to see what you look like, Nebo Allen. I'd like to just talk to you because you guys have become my friend. And Miss Regina's in here. Hello, Miss Regina. Happy Valentine's Day to you. So I love you guys. God bless you. And I'm going to be putting a video up probably Sunday evening. I think I'm going to make, how would you guys like to see me make those egg rolls that I made for the New Year's, all the way through from beginning to end? Is that something you guys would like to see me make? It's been nice chatting. Yeah, I like that you guys are inner talking to each other too. I love that. We're making friends. So everybody want to see some egg rolls? Hands raised to the roof. Yes, some egg rolls. Okay, sounds good. Uh, well, I think the last time I made pork, but you can do any kind of ground meat. So I'm just gonna tell you, I'm cheap. So whatever they got on sale, what kind of meat we gonna put in there? If they got some beef or pork, but they're I make them all the same way. This last time I did them with pork. I had some ground pork in the freezer. Alrighty, we're gonna do egg rolls. I'll have you guys a video up late Sunday night. You'll see it early Monday morning, and you guys have a wonderful, blessed Valentine's. I'm gonna go eat some of this candy. I'm gonna eat a piece for every one of y'all. And no, I won't, because I'll end up having to call the ambulance. And Carrie, you ain't gonna drive all the way from Kansas to come pick me up in the ambulance. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay safe. Good night.